Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my feet.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go. 15-1. 15-1. No chance. Get ready.
On first down, McFarland. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
6-6, pull it high.
Here's Richardson. Off play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Panthers' 39-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2 saw. 59, Mike to 59. Break 3, 218, chopper. And up.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They run with a former Pitt Panther, Quadri Olison, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot, Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
An 8. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off play action, Greer. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Set up, 30 base. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Get it.
They fake the handoff. Now Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, here's Greer. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
They run with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Three bud.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Second and long. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's now third down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Richardson off the play fake. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Off play action. Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On second and 11 now. Greer. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Yo.
Play action. It's Greer. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now here's Olison, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Quadri Olison. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Osweiler. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
A gain of 27 on the play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Osweiler. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Begin. Hey, high 7. Ready? 5.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Airing it out for Olsen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. We know that Gano has that big leg. He had the longest made field goal in the NFL last year, 63 yards to beat the Giants in Week 4. That was the longest game winner in NFL history, and he converts from long here again. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on now, let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, orbit.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Osweiler, he was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Osweiler steps away to his left. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And they work this out past the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gators.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They go play action now. Osweiler. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Osweiler, he's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf.
I got you. I got you. Check 99. Check 99.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Ready?
This time Osweiler will throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Hey, wahoo!
Richardson throwing on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. The 20. 10, touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Good move. And he loses the football a second time. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Number 53.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Check 53's mine. I'm coming.
Bravo.
53's the mic. 53.
Ready?
To throw is Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got Peak. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
That's trash.
On the draw, it's Olesen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
Richardson now, operating from the gun. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, it's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
But we spend a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Second and 4. And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And shedding through the tackle. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Charlie.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now it's Osweiler into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Richardson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Richardson. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. 8, read.
53's Mike.
Get that quarterback at all costs. 2.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Let's go then. 18 Gator.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on. And it's no good. Well, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run it again with Williams. He's got a first down and more past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there for the Panthers. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's McCaffrey. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, He hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike.
Stay with your man.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So time